What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Gung-Fu Super Bros podcast, the number one podcast for Kung Fu, martial arts movies, and pop culture. What episode is this, y'all?
A million.
67?
Yes. This is 67.
67. It was 67.
In a row?
Shit.
I got rid of that website.
What if you look at something cool that happened in the year 67? So you could do something like that.
We can do...
In the year 3000?
In the year 3000. Wasn't it 2000?
Yes, but then it became 2000.
Okay, I love it. Hey, I want to say hi.
Hey, what's up, folks?
Enrique.
Hi.
Super producer Steven.
Hello.
And remember, my name is Ivan. Hey, Enrique, you had some homework.
I did.
It sounds like you did your homework.
I did.
Unlike you in college and reading books, you actually did this.
What do you mean? I did do my
You
homework.
read a book.
That was the only book that was ever assigned to me, and I read it.
I find that
Okay,
hard
wait,
to believe.
hold on. Wasn't expecting to go here, but I'm fucking doing it. But you had textbooks in college, right?
Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's not what we're talking about.
Okay, no, but I'm asking, like, did you read textbooks and stuff?
Yeah, if I had to, yeah.
Okay, so you would read those. Okay. All right. Because I never read that in college.
I still find that hard to believe.
I never read textbooks in college. Check. Am I on?
Just checking.
Oh, okay, cool.
Not ever?
Just wanted to touch my mic. But anyway, so you had textbooks, right? So did you read those?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just was assuming that maybe you didn't read anything. Like you just went in there, balls out, like going for it.
I know how to read.
Hey, what did you have to use to look up your journals?
Look
What
up my
journals?
journals.
Yeah, remember like when you had to look for journals back in the days? I think it was like Lexus,
periodicals and stuff?
Yeah, shit like that.
Yeah.
Did you ever have to
Card
use that?
catalog? Yes.
Fuck, dude,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
a bitch, bro. Or microfiche?
Yes.
I never did.
But
I
that
never
was
did
cool.
those.
That was cool. You never did
It was
microfiche?
cool for like 10 seconds. You would start doing it, look over somebody like, oh, you're doing it too. Yeah, you felt like you were on a case. What happened in 67?
It was like looking at x-rays.
You're like, yeah. But dude, these kids, like, it's so fucking easy now.
Oh, yeah.
This is bullshit, bro. Like, I had to struggle through that shit.
But that's what our parents used to say. Well, not my parents.
I was going to say, my parents never said that.
But that's what...
Not about reading, because they were using card catalogs when they were young as well.
No.
My parents weren't using card catalogs.
No, not my parents.
It wasn't at the school.
They never even saw a catalog until they got to the United States and it was a Sears catalog.
Well, okay, so what
I
grade?
assume my dad did.
Oh, here we go. I
Yeah.
bet you I beat everybody, fool.
We'll see.
All right, my mom got to middle school, I think, for her. Dad never stepped a day in his life in a school, bro.
You got me.
Wow, never.
No, my dad, hey, look, I give him props. Never learned how to read in English or Spanish. He taught himself how to read a little bit of Spanish.
Yeah.
But that was as older, like he would just kind of do it himself.
Oh,
but
wow.
what it came down to, it's really crazy. So my godfather, who had a corrido they sang after his nickname, El Pelon. We'll just leave it at that. There's a reason why he had that, but it's all good. They were choosing jobs. And literally at the time, you made more money field working, because field working, this is like probably 60s, 70s. And you made more money field working. But my dad was like, nah, I think I'm gonna do this railroad thing. And he just fucking got in there, figured out how to do it, and worked in the railroad for like 20 plus years of his life and stuff like that. But still, and my parents will learn English one day. They've only been here for like 50 years. Give them some time. But when they learn the language.
Did he grow up like rural?
Oh,
And
ranch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I mean.
I visited that ranch. Now I'm 43. I visited that ranch when I was I visited a bunch, but one of the first times that I can remember was probably early high school. And they still didn't have TVs.
Oh, no.
They still didn't like have, they had a little bit of light, but it was one of those things that when the lights went out,
You went to bed.
it was a wrap, bro, because there was no street lamps. Like there was no streets.
Yeah.
There was no street lamps. So very, very old school for me. But my mom did go a little bit of school. But when there's 13 of them, there's a cutoff time. Like you can't no longer just go to school. Where were you at, Enrique? What were the grades for you?
Either my mom or dad, one of them went to 3rd grade at the most, and then the other one maybe 6th grade.
Oh, wow.
And was that just lack of money also?
They just lived probably they just started working. I don't know. I really don't know that part of the history, but I remember them telling me that's.
Well, you
how
have
much
to pay
school they
everywhere,
had.
mostly everywhere in Mexico. You have to pay for school, right?
Well, they must have
Anymore?
had schools there in the rancho where they lived in, right?
Okay.
So
There's state-sponsored schools and then fancy prep schools.
So the prep, that part, like the high
You have to
school,
pay.
then you have to pay. Got it. Okay.
the most traumatizing thing when the last time I was in Mexico, I was probably 10
Damn.
or maybe 8.
Thought had been a while for me, but
No.
been a while.
Yeah, I'm around early, 10, maybe 12 at the latest, if that, probably 10. Anyways, I remember my, because at the time my parents, I was over, we visited both places. At where my mom used to live, they still didn't have like hot water.
Okay.
Oh,
So
wow.
they would boil
boil
water and
Mhm.
they would fill a big thing of it and you just would shower there and
Mhm.
stuff. But they took me to somebody's house there in the same rancho and to get citizenship to be Mexican. I guess I'm dual citizen.
I don't think that's how that works, but okay.
Yeah.
You just
We went to go
someone's
sign
house?
papers. Yeah. I guess this guy was the guy you went to and
Okay.
I don't know. I was young, like I said.
Enrique also belongs to somebody
I was
else.
gonna say, what else did
But-
you have to do to get this dual citizenship, bro?
But when we walked in the house, the whole house was just dirt floors.
Oh.
I was like, what the hell, man? So anyways, this would have been,
Well, look, my pops was born in 1938, and I'm almost 100% sure he killed the man.
Wow.
Yeah.
well, he ran over Bigfoot probably
No,
too.
it wasn't that. That's not a man. But like, it's just a different. Like, I remember there was always a story that people came over to their ranch and they shot my uncle up,
Oh,
That's
wow.
and they had to phone the regulators.
apparently, yeah,
And they
apparently.
regulate any stealing of their property. They damn good too. Fool. Can't be no geek off the street. Gotta be handled steal, earn your
I
keep.
mean,
I heard a story like that last week as well.
So it's one of those.
well, that
like,
was
you know,
another
Man, it's a
takeaway.
beautiful town, mijo. It's a beautiful town. I love it. It's beautiful.
nobody ever died there. You live forever. Like, I don't think that's how that fucking works. Pop.
That's-
We
That's
were walking
another-
once, and then cousin Manny had a hole in the back of his had a hole in the back of his head, and then the vultures were already eating him, and the dog had his hand in his mouth, and so like we went to. You're like, but it's a beautiful place. mijo."
It's a beautiful
Yeah.
place. It's like, or they go into this beautiful. They describe how beautiful it is, and they're like, "But the cartels." It's like, "Oh no, hey, I'm not visiting that motherfucking place. I'm good."
That was my big takeaway too when I went is the wild, wild west, bro. It's like anything goes.
Wow.
Like there's no cops. There's no law anywhere near. You just do whatever the fuck you want to do.
But you see, it depends where you're from. Because for you, is your mom or dad that's from El DF?
My dad's from Huitzuco Guerrero.
Oh, okay.
But because of extenuating circumstances, the whole majority of the family went to Mexico City.
See, so that's a different girl.
I mean, can we get into that maybe after for the OnlyFans maybe?
It's just shots of our feet while he tells the story about why his family moved. But yeah, so one time I went to visit my cousins in Mexico, and we went to where my dad's from, and that's a ranch. But then a lot of my family moved to Tuluquia, which is in Guadalajara, which is next to it's still a town, but very close to 30, 40 minutes away. You can get to a city, right?
Mm.
But we were there, and there's these. It's funny because like anywhere else, it's kind of similar to kind of where we live sometimes, but a town separated by a road. And they were like, hey, let's go, like, I don't know how to, La Plaza, right? La Placita, where it was kind of basically the hangout of the town.
Mhm.
Hey, let's go to the other town's hangout.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, cool. But like, hey, dude, like, we got to make sure we stick together because you go to the hangout of the other town, they know who's there and blah, blah, blah. And they legit fucking have a list. Who's like, wait, you're not a youngster from here. And there was a guy there hanging out with my cousins who at the time wore nothing but Ben Davis. You guys remember Ben Davis? It was a fake Dickies.
Yeah.
Had a little gorilla on it.
Yes.
Yeah, he wore Ben Davis, and his nickname at the town was Ben Days. And he was there because he killed somebody in LA, and he was on the run. So he was like, that's how he would introduce himself. Hey, man, I'm Ben Davis. I killed somebody in LA. Nice to meet you, Ben. How you doing? I'm family. So just, let you know I'm on your side, Ben. So if anything goes down, let me know. So we go to the other fucking town, hanging out, and of course, there's girls at this other town. I start talking to this girl. I start talking to this girl.
That's how you're getting in trouble.
This is like high school, like late high school or like early college. We used to go every few years for sure.
So the prime years.
Yeah, the prime, fool. I'm literally hitting my stride, fool. And I start talking to this girl. I tell my cousins, hey, dude, let me walk around with her by myself. I'm good, bro. Like, if anything goes down, I'll cuckoo. I'll do the bird call. We're good. And they're like, nah. And they were really trying to like tell me, dude, don't do that, dude. You're not in this. If it was our town, cool. But you're in this other one. I'm like, I'll be fine. So then, like, I'm walking with this girl, right? Blah, 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 wooty, wooty, yada, yada, yada. So then she gets to this point and she kind of stops and I stop and I'm like, what's wrong? And she like kind of turns like pale and I'm like, what the fuck? And I look around. No, I start getting surrounded by dudes. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And I'm like, what the fuck? And she was like, that's my brother. And I'm like, oh, super fuck. that's like a bigger level. I was hoping it was an ex-boyfriend. Like, I was like, that's disrespectful, but this is really disrespectful. And then I'm an American? And I'm like fucking.
And they hate Americans.
I had a Baldigo on my arm. I came out like, oh,
there's nothing. There's nothing more they hate. They don't hate. There's dude.
I was dressed like Apollo Creed and Rocky Ford. You. James Brown was like, living in America. I was fucking.
One of the things they hate the most out there
yeah.
is fucking Mexican kids or that are born in the U.S. going to Mexico.
That same trip, I was walking with my Discman and fucking car almost hit me in my mom's town. They're like, fucking America. I was like, ah! And then it skipped. Because you know how many times you put the fucking Discman,
you didn't have that buffer.
I didn't have the buffer on it. So then, yeah. So I get surrounded. Dude, all I remember is getting hit in the back of the head. Lights turned out. Bro, lights instantly turned out. I go down for like, bow. I just hit the ground, right? I don't know how much longer. I wake up to my cousins picking me up. And like, we gotta go. I'm like, what the fuck? Ah! So I fucking get the fuck out of there. We get out of there. I'm kind of like, I'm not beat up too bad because I guess when I hit the floor, they just started kicking me. And that's when my cousin showed up. My bitchy like, oh, they were like, that must be him.
That soft thud.
That whimpering, it's gotta be our cousin.
I told him not to go alone.
So we fucking, I stumbled back to town, whatever. And I'm just like, what the fuck? We're gonna tell your mom that we were fucking around and you got drunk and you fell. And I was like, okay, cool. I got the story, whatever. So whatever, blah, blah. A few days later, we're chilling every night, fucking hanging out.
The cartel shows up.
We gotta go back. And I'm like, we gotta go back to do the fuck what? And he's like, we gotta fight him. And I'm like, no, we don't have to fight anybody.
You gotta fight him.
Like, I'll take the L. Like, I'm gonna leave anyways in about a week.
Yeah.
If anything, I'm using these wounds to try to get that girl. Because that was my thought, right? Like, I'm gonna use this. He's like, no, dude, we gotta go back. We just have to. Fucking the whole goddamn Ben Davis, it's literally The Outsiders. It fucking started raining. I was like, what the fuck is happening, bro? So they're going, dude. I just look for the smallest motherfucker and I wait till he's not looking. I hit the shit out of that motherfucker. And it's just a fucking full out brawl. It was fucking insane. Wow. And then it was just kind of like, everybody go. Because I don't fucking what was happening at the point in time.
Grown-ups.
Yeah. No, but that's what was weird. My cousins were like in their 20s. It was weird, bro. I was just like, I'm not built for this shit, dude. Like, hell no, man. So yeah, that was my motherfucking Mexican living and trip right there, bro. But yeah, it's just different out there. I'm like, I'm in college. I'm getting an education. This is stupid. But like, that's the one thing. One of my cousins is literally working for Lala at the time, like in the office. But on the weekends, Lala, the big milk company out there. That's one of their biggest milk companies in Mexico. So he's like an accountant, but on the weekends he's street fighting for the fucking nobility
because
of his
there's
family.
No law, there's no cops, no one's gonna get in trouble.
So you see why we like these martial arts movies?
Yeah, because I learned something. So okay, Marka, how far education? Because your mom works in the school, so they did good, right? Not that her parents didn't do good; they just didn't have the opportunity. But how was it for you?
My mom had some schooling in El Salvador. She's from El Salvador. Left before the Civil War.
Is that why she left?
No, my grandpa found Jesus, and then he was like, "Well, we gotta convert everybody." And like, I don't think it's gonna. That's how it works.
So he wanted to convert him here?
Maybe.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So my grandfather, he brought my uncle and my mom to America. They with papers. So
he did it right.
In I believe a Gran Torino station wagon.
Oh, that was just a regular Gran Torino. I was like, hell yeah. When he got papers, he showed up to a house, dirt floor. And we signed everything.
No, they lived close to the beach. So my mom remembers growing up and going to the beach and like a very simple kind of lifestyle.
And he drove from El Salvador.
My grandpa, he wasn't necessarily Rolling Stone, but he went on some adventures.
Okay.
And because it turns out that there was a silver mining in El Salvador, so you had people that came from other countries and to colonize and
they wore top hats,
loot and plunder. No, so we have like American white people relatives And so they brought him he went to San Francisco in like the 60s. So he remembers getting tuberculosis, and Kennedy got shot because he was in the hospital.
He's Don Corleone and when he comes to America and shit. So everyone got syphilis. He put him in the back.
Sounds like Forrest Gump.
So he had all sorts of adventures. Well, he wasn't at Bailey Plaza.
That's cool.
Or was? No, he was in San Francisco. So my mom comes to junior high because you got to go to school, right? So
cool.
And then at 9th grade, she's like, "You're a girl. We're going to go to work." And so they pull her up.
So she got to do a few years, and that was it.
2 years maybe of school. I don't know how far my dad went because he came in 77.
Oh, he came in kind of late.
Yeah.
Right.
So he came in 70. My mom came before him. So he came in 77 because the whole family we wound up in Kern County in a very small town. Again, because of shenanigans. Maybe people got murdered. Maybe we murdered people. They never tell us those parts.
It's funny because my dad will start telling stories, but then he just starts to cry and he stops.
So here's the thing. My parents worked fields, and but education is always a big thing. So like
fun.
my dad went to like night school and started learning how to fix small engines, and then
that's cool.
He never got his contractor's license, but like he studied for that. Took
that's badass.
JC classes for that, and then my mom went and got herself. She also went to college. She got a GED, so she went back, got GED.
Get a GED. That's cool.
And had some college.
That's badass.
So I'm sorry that families were not learned.
my families were not, man. They figured it out. I guess that's what they did. How long, Stevens?
My dad went to a tech high school.
Like ITT?
Kind of. That's
okay.
So he took engineering, drafting, like welding in high school.
That's dope.
So and then I think he did some classes at a JC, but that was it. And then my mom, I think, left her house in sophomore year and moved out here to be with my grandma because she left that family behind.
Damn, I thought she just like left sophomore. I was like, God damn. Okay,
well,
but
she left them to come live with her grandma,
cool.
and then she didn't graduate. She got her GED when I graduated kindergarten.
Oh, that's cool. But she went back and did it.
Yeah.
Badass.
So
that's crazy, man. Yeah, I tell you, dude. But I actually, it's funny. I was talking to my my wife. We always take these vacations, and I'm always like, oh. Just like because I want to go to Mexico, but I want to go to the DF. I want to take my kids to the DF. I want to go to the freaking the temples. I want to go to the museums. I want to go to Chapultepec. I want to go to like all these places that are badass.
No, a big chunk of my family right now is in Guanajuato.
Oh, are they doing the momias?
Maybe, but they like you. That's so. If you don't know, in the state of Guanajuato, I think it's the state of Guanajuato. They've discovered mummified remains.
Yeah,
and so then they're like, "Hey, these are cool. Should we bury them? No, let's put them out so everybody can see, and you can just sit down and take pictures with them." Mm-hmm. But shouldn't they be like temperature controlled? No, it's cool. So they've started to actually decompose, and they're like, "Hey, we have to kind of limit the amount of things that happen." But I believe there's a place called San Miguel de Allende, which is super beautiful.
In that
state, yeah. So
why are they? Why is that? Because that's not where you guys are from.
No, my brother-in-law.
Gotcha.
His family's there.
Gotcha.
And again, there's it's like a little ranch. They have Wi-Fi. It's not the best one. I think it's one Wi-Fi connection for the whole town.
Probably. You're probably right.
And then my sister went to San Miguel de Allende, and apparently they turned like Cantinflas' house into a hotel.
Oh, that's dope.
But it's not just a small house. It is like this
palace.
This giant property where there's different like houses on there, and so each of those things is kind of a hotel room.
Well, so he was the biggest actor in Mexico for a while.
Yes, and so he was showing me, and so each of the like rooms is named after a different state in Mexico. There's like a bar downstairs, but they say it's everything's walking uphill.
Yeah, seems like that's most of Mexico. When you go visit the temples, you're like, and that's a cool thing. I got to do that as a little kid, so I was like, I really want my kids to go do that. Not even could, like when I was older, and it's like my uncle got to take me and go around there, but he lived up a hill too in Mexico, in El DF, and it was like, motherfucker, getting to his house was a workout, bro. Like, I mean, everything's like you said, everything's walking. So like, that's my plan. I really want to do that.
So apparently, in the small town, everybody drives like a Vespa, like a little scooter.
Oh, so like Italy.
Even the old ladies. They're like
Okay.
they're kids on there. They're like tuk-tuks, I guess.
Yeah. That's cool, man. I want to go back. I really do want to go back. It's beautiful. It's we live in a young country. I mean, we live in a young country compared to almost everywhere else in the world, right?
Yep.
So being able to go somewhere and know the language and be able to kind of go around. I want my kids to see the beautiful, and I also want them to see the struggle. Just show them it's a different struggle out there. I remember that was shocking to me. I was just like, yo,
No, of course.
I need to shut the fuck up.
We have it good here.
Yeah. As much as we can complain and bitch and complain about it, dude. When I remember being over there, I was fucking like, especially the last time I went, I was like, I need to shut the fuck up, dude. like, fuck, bro. Like my dad didn't go to school when I'm in college. That doesn't happen in a lot of places. Like that just does not, and it sucks and it's hard, but it's also eye-opening for sure, if that makes any sense. But yeah, really, really cool. All right, so fucking veered off of the original question that we had here. You had homework,
Enrique,
What was the original question?
watch the
You had
movie.
homework. Did you watch the movie?
From
Did it
homework?
hold up? What do you got?
I liked it.
Christine, let's remind everybody that we're
Christine.
talking about Christine.
Not Carrie.
Not Carrie. He
Um,
liked it.
I liked it.
Mikey liked it.
So I was a little worried going into it because I'm like, I kind of knew what it was
Because
about. I knew it was some.
movies you give me.
I was like,
Week
it's
in,
an
week out.
I was
evil
expecting
car.
Xanadu.
It's an evil car.
Mhm.
I'm like, that sounds kind of dumb. Like, but that's at the same time, I'm like, it's Stephen King. Like, it's got to be good, right? So I was kind of like I didn't know what to think. I wasn't sure if the car was gonna like just like
Transform or something.
transform and like
And be more than meets the eye.
stab people or something. Like, I don't know what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
What about?
But I have to say, so like the scenes where the car puts herself together,
Yeah.
back together,
Yeah.
that was well done. That
It's
was
cool, huh?
so well done. And what year was it?
I'm glad to know it holds up. 80-something.
83.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good. It was good. I really enjoyed it. It's a quick movie. It it has good pacing. The story's interesting. That the old man, with the they kind of gave you enough to where you just your mind, it allows your mind to kind of like try to fill in the blanks. Like, what the hell happened? And then shit's happening at the same time. So yeah, it was cool. I really liked every character in it. I thought everybody was really good in it. Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Okay. I'm glad to know that it holds up.
It does.
Because I really enjoy that movie. And for whatever reason, it's one of the early ones I watched with my mom. And it's a different it's not a slasher,
No,
right?
no,
Like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
different because
Yeah,
the
yeah.
car locks you in.
Because
And
it's a
then the
fucking
cars.
car.
Yeah.
Like
So, yeah, that's
all
cool.
the evil things that the car does, it's like it's totally believable. Like it's believable, but like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean.
It's
You
not
give a shit about
he's not
fucking
transforming
Kung Fu
and stabbing
zombies,
someone.
Yeah.
but fucking cars. Unbelievable. Okay.
Have you seen that?
A long time ago.
Okay.
I would need to rewatch it for sure.
I do have one question though. Is the kid in the car throughout the whole time, like when the car is chasing all the bullies and taking them out?
Oh, good question. I don't know the
Because
answer to that.
they show him at the very end in the warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the car at that. Like they actually show him, but every time the car is doing all that shit, like the windows are tinted, like you can't see.
Yeah, it's shot so you can't see. I don't
so
know.
I was wondering because they never.
I always
you never
assumed
know.
no,
Yeah, that's kind of.
but maybe.
Yeah, I just wonder why at the very end he's in the car.
I think at that point, whatever connection with the car is strong, right? Because that's when he is totally in. He has
Yeah.
no sense of reality, right? And he's like all the way bad.
Yeah.
No.
What's your next Stephen King movie?
I think you should watch Carrie.
That's too good. Watch
Maximum Overdrive.
Cujo's good.
Silver Bullet.
The plot of Cujo.
Pet Cemetery.
Oh,
Oh, that's really good too. There's a lot.
There's a
you
lot,
can watch in it.
dude.
Did you get another James Bond in?
I started the second one, but I just I watched like the first 15 minutes.
All right. Well, speaking of movies that Stevens
Russia
likes, how excited, Stevens, are you for Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey?
What?
Blood and Honey.
Oh, can you look that up, please? It is a horror movie that is coming out
They're destroying
where
my beloved
Winnie
bear.
the Pooh and Piglet eat Eeyore and are on a rampage murdering everybody.
No.
Stevens, they know you like Winnie the Pooh. No, sorry. They know you love Winnie the Pooh and they know you love horror. Ugh. Like the canon C coming in at the beginning of the movie. They brought it together. What are you talking? I thought you'd be more excited about this. You're trying to hold on. Again,
Winnie the Pooh I like Winnie the Pooh because he is not horror. He's a simple bear that just wants to help his friends and live happy.
He
wants to eat some honey.
The 25th best bear. There's 25 other bears in animation.
We've had this argument before.
Oh yeah.
We've had this argument
All
before.
the gummy bears
and
are
he
better.
thinks everyone is
The Hair
better
Bears.
than Pooh Bear. No.
Yogi the bear.
No.
The Berenstein bears. There's so many more bears that are all the Care Bears. Like every single one of those motherfuckers. So many bears. So many better bears.
What? This is Piglet. He's a grotesque pig.
This is the guy wearing a mask, right?
You son of a bitch. Sorry, I spit all over you. You for sure are going to get corona if I have it. You son of a bitch. It's a goddamn pig. All right. Have you seen this, Barca?
Yeah.
So is this really a thing? I almost thought I was getting like joke. This is a.
No, it is. It's when we went to Montepalooza, there's a company that sells these really creepy silicone masks.
They look fucking horrible on the poster.
Yeah, we've seen the.
See, this is what happens when we have crappy copyright laws, man.
Yeah.
Okay,
So what's the deal?
I was
here?
going to say, how can they get away with this?
Here's the thing: is he wearing a red
classic.
shirt?
No.
This
That's
was
all it takes?
the illustration, the book from A.L. Milne is in copyright. Has
But not the names.
Is out of thing, but the Disney Winnie the Pooh is still copyrighted. So he can look like the classic Pooh, like they can look like the classic characters, but they can't look like the Disney ones.
And they can use the names.
What's the difference? I'm totally. What's the difference between the Disney one and the book one?
More
The
color,
red
right?
shirt.
The red
For the
shirt
most
is on the
part.
Disney one?
no,
Yeah.
the other ones look like little stuffed animals.
Yes. Okay, so I've seen
they're
those.
stuffed like real animals.
Yes. Got you.
And then
Almost like
the-
stuffed animals walking around.
Yeah.
Okay. So this looks. Wait, you can tell it's Winnie the Pooh. Like, I don't know. That's so weird.
Yeah, so I don't know. I was thinking the same thing. So I don't know if Disney may be like, hey, you know what?
Okay.
No, your character is yellow. He kind of bears a similarity to the cartoon, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, and he's wearing a red shirt. So guess what? Cease and desist.
This looks crazy.
But they're going for it. It's happening, right?
Well, again, it's been made.
It's in post
Gotcha.
production.
They make a lot of stuff, right? There's whole video games that have been made by fans.
Yep.
And they're like, hey, that's awesome, buddy. But cease and desist.
So will it make it to our screens? Is what we're saying.
You could probably
If anything, this is a
stream it
very
somewhere.
this is a very good calling card for
like it'll be on Shudder
for
or
a
something.
horror director,
Ah,
right? So it's like, oh, they're gonna shut us down. But
See, I didn't.
Gotcha.
I know we saw the masks. I didn't know it was a movie.
Yeah. Hey, we got to watch that.
How'd
live.
you find this? Because of your hatred for Pooh Bear,
I was like,
it just
"Fuck
pops up
Pooh
in
Bear,"
your
and then
stuff.
like first thing that popped.
no, it came out. The trailer came out yesterday. They had released a couple of
Yeah,
images a couple
IGN
weeks
had
back.
something on it, and that was on my thing, and I was like, "What the fuck is this madness?" I was like, "Okay." So
If it's different enough, then they're like,
It's just a dude in a mask, though. So it's more like, I think it's more going to be like a Chainsaw Massacre kind
no,
of
it's a
thing.
fucking bear walking around.
No, it's not. It's a dude in a mask and overalls.
So what do we have to do, Abarca? How much do we have to change El Santo en el Blue Demon to be able to make this fuck? I want these movies to be made again. Can somebody fucking make these movies again, bro?
listen, we can make something that's very close to a Santo.
Can we call him El Santo?
We can't call him El Santo.
Call him Santi.
Nah, it's not the same, bro.
No,
It has to be
no.
El Santo.
No, you know why? Because his son and the sons have taken over the estate.
What if we call him El Santo Tres? Like he's the third one. Like, can we do that? Like we changed it a little bit there. And
We would
Blue
have
Demon
to-
Junior.
El Santito.
El Santito, right? He's a little one.
You have to figure out how to do it within parody. and then you
got
can,
you.
and then
Okay.
you're more than welcome to kind of work on stuff.
Oh man, I really like those movies back in the days, and they're horrible. Like when you see them, you're like but they're so like just connected to my childhood. So that's why I'm like, oh man. So Barca, you had an adventure this past week. You said, "Fuck it, I'm on vacation." Pew, 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 pew.
That's right.
You headed out to Disneyland, man, but you said it was full of people. Certain kind of people. You said.
Here's the thing, man.
How was your Disneyland trip,
Folks? Listen, I'm not here to body shame anybody or to talk bad about people. But if you're feeling a little blue, you're like, man, I'm too fat. Or you know what, man? Man, I'm getting older. The grays are coming in. Go to a theme park. Go to a comic book convention. Because guess what? You are
Not alone.
You're an 8. You're an 8.
You are a Greek god compared to some people.
God damn, that bad?
I was like what it was like, honey, I felt like Winnie the Pooh and Piglet had eaten Tigger and we're on a rampage.
So was it still packed even though it was a weekday and everything?
It was packed.
Fuck.
Oh, so I get there and I park my car.
Right? Just because
I go down the escalator and it says there are no reservations. So if you don't have a reservation, go see a cast member. And I'm like, well, that sucks. Like if I didn't know that you have to make a reservation to go to Disneyland. So I get on the tram. Actually, the tram was very fun, but I just walked up, security. I know the routine. Mm-hmm. It's when, again, if you go to a theme park, guys, open up your bag. Don't have stuff in every pocket. Or like, why is it? And you're like, do you have a coin? Do you have bars of metal in your pockets? Go back. And they're like, passing the wand over you. But yeah, it was packed. So, but then I get there and I get to the front gates and there's the ticket booths. Ticket booths are packed. So I'm like, wait, okay. So there's got to be reservations then. Or all of these people showed up, paid $30 to park. And they're like, hey, you know what? You can buy, we'll sell you a ticket, but you can't go into the park right now.
Wow.
What?
That's how they're making their money, is just off of parking alone.
Are they you think maybe those people had reservations and they just got to pick up their tickets there? Or
but it seems to me like if you get a reservation, you have to go online. So you already have a ticket.
You buy a ticket there too.
Yeah. So is there a set amount of tickets that have reservations for that day?
And then they leave some open for walk-ups?
I swear to God, it was like 200, 300 people in each of like the little areas.
The first time I took my wife, when we were dating, when we were still in that other state, we did the whole, we walked up to those ticket booths. Yeah. I always have memories of that, and walking up, and then it's just it's just people that are from somewhere else.
Yeah.
They don't know the routine.
They don't know the routine.
You could buy a season pass there, but just too many people, right? So I walked around the park, looking for new stuff. Indiana Jones merch is coming out.
Ooh, new Indiana Jones.
So they've got the Idol. They've got a jacket that's $400. I'm like, I don't like.
So what size did you buy it?
That's extra large, buddy.
Did you buy it?
No.
I was gonna say.
No, they're
$400. God damn.
It looks like they've learned from Star Wars and they're like, oh, there's nerds that'll buy this stuff, so let's sell them. And so the Idol was already sold out. You can get the little stone from Temple of Doom.
Is there new merch yet or no?
No,
I'm saying new movie merch?
There was a T-shirt that said 1 through 5. A hat, but that was about it.
Interesting. What did you end up purchasing though? You had to buy some, right?
Oh, I bought some mints. I bought
some
pair of shorts.
He said mints.
Well, yeah. Here's the thing: I can go in whenever I want. No, I went and I had lunch, and Alejandra was the waitress. She's from Mexico City, so I'm like, hey, I have family from Mexico. And so we hit it off, and she gave me she let me try a mint julep.
Oh wait, that's like a lemonade drink with mint.
It's lemonade with mint, but I was like, man, this is way too minty. It tasted like lemonade and scope.
That sounds amazing.
But normally, I believe they come with some sort of alcohol.
So
that's
some mint.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, this is just too minty. Gracias.
That's funny. So you went alone. Enjoyed yourself, nonetheless, I imagine.
Yeah. I went to Disney. Then I went to this antique mall, the Orange Circle Antique Mall.
Ooh. Okay.
Because I like to buy vintage Disneyland stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
I imagine
they've
yeah,
got some stuff there.
They're there. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Did you find anything cool vintage?
What did I get? I got a Walt Disney World poster.
Oh, dope. That's cool. So having that conversation and thinking about it, what do you guys miss like doing alone, maybe that you don't get to do anymore? For me, I was like, I miss driving alone. Like I have to drive to work every day, but my kids are with me, and it's just like, son of a bitch. Like I want to just put on a podcast that I want to listen to. I just want to listen to music that I want to listen to.
And then on your drive home, you have kids with you, right?
Yes. So I don't ever get to just like unwind before I
and then
get
you take
home.
them to practice.
And then, exactly. Right. So right now in summer, I am driving alone a little bit. I'm fucking loving it. Dude, like I'm gonna put my shit on the front seat. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fucking listen to whatever podcast I want. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember like it was one time I had to take my brother-in-law to the airport like in the middle of the night or something like that. And my wife's like, "Oh, take somebody with you. Take somebody." I was like, "I don't fucking want to take anybody with me."
Mm-hmm.
Like, but you'll fall asleep. I was like, no. I do not want to take anybody with me. Like, I know you're trying to do me a solid, but believe me or not, I don't
I
want
will
it.
stay awake so that I can be alone.
So I can just listen to a podcast, fucking get crazy and pull over and get a coffee whenever the fuck I feel like, you know? I don't have to, like, you know what? I feel like pissing right now. I'm going to pull over, you know? I don't have to fucking worry about anybody else.
You're going to pull over on your terms.
On my terms, goddammit, you know? Like, I might piss on the side of the road because I can. You know, like, whatever. Like, fuck it. You know, I miss that part of it, like driving alone. That's one thing that I miss. Because I got people with me all the time. What about you, Enrique? Is there anything you miss?
I mean, that would have been a good one for me, but I drive on my way to work and back home I'm by myself. So I do get to listen to what I want, and it is nice. The only thing I can think of, which I recently did for the first time, was go to the movies. I went to the movies by myself and it was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just because I didn't want my family with me. It's just because there was no other people there.
That's part of it. But
and it wouldn't even be that because my family would be good, right? They would be quiet and they would watch the movie with me and they wouldn't be annoying. It's the other people that ruin movie theater experiences. So it was more that.
What did you watch?
The Batman. Remember?
Oh, yeah. You remember? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So no, it was a good time. But other than that, I mean, the driving thing is good. But like I said, I do get that. And then there's times when I have to go drive down to LA for work, and I'm by myself, and it is nice.
Yeah,
it's
man.
quiet. You just listen.
You're almost hoping for traffic.
You don't feel bad. Yeah, especially when you're on the clock.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You don't mind it. But yeah, I mean, I that would be a good one. But I get that. I don't know. My family, if they hear this, they probably won't believe me. But I tend to, whenever I'm doing stuff on my own, I tend to wish they were with me.
Okay. You're especially when it comes to cleaning.
No, like fun stuff, right?
Fuckers help me out here, dog.
Like fun stuff, especially if it's something that I know they've never done. Like, you know, I'm like, I wish the kids were here with me or whatever. But like driving, you know, that's a good one because, like I said, you just think about stuff. You just and you have nobody interrupting your thoughts. And if you want to skip a song, you don't have to worry about somebody getting mad because you skip. Yeah, you skip songs at like whatever, you don't give a fuck.
Willy-nilly.
Yeah, after 5 seconds, and you know, not feel bad about it.
I love grocery shopping by myself. God damn it, dude. That's fucking awesome. I love grocery shopping because my wife fucks up, gets some wrong peanut butter. It drives me fucking crazy, dude. Like, I fucking love it. And like, you know, and sometimes I'm like, God damn it, I gotta go grocery shopping. But then I'm like, it's gonna be nice. So sometimes I feel bad though because I need to get the kids out of the house. I gotta give my wife a break or something like that, and I'll do it. But fuck, man, like being there by myself, like I said, just conversating with random ass people. We're like, which way? I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it too. What are you doing? Like just picking out a watermelon or whatever. Like just walking around and shit. Like, ooh, thinking, I got this deal. Like, I got this deal. Like, you know, it's like,
you see these were on sale.
Yeah, exactly. I fucking love it. Is there anything for you guys? I mean, is there anything you wish you could do alone? Is there anything you don't want to do alone? Maybe the opposite of the question.
I mean, you guys would have a different perspective on that.
Yeah, for sure. Is there anything?
I do everything alone.
Is there something? Okay, what do you wish you wouldn't do alone?
She's like everything.
No, I do enjoy alone time, but I do wish there was sometimes like it's nice just to sit and watch TV with people, right?
Yep.
Like it's nice to, just hang. I don't know, just the comfort of someone. You don't even have to talk, right? It's just the comfort of someone there.
I watched shit TV growing up, like a lot, but it was more the real world, road rules, like that. That was my kind of
mindless.
What's that? But what's the terminology for it now? Reality TV. Reality TV, right? That was the reality TV I watched growing up.
Yeah.
Road rules, all that stuff on MTV. I never really watched the dating stuff and all that stuff because it wasn't really around. But even when it started, I really didn't. But because I know my wife will watch that, I fucking love it now, bro. I'm into this shit.
Yeah,
that
you
90 Day
watch that.
Fiance shit, I love all the fucking series because I know we can watch it together and there's something cool about being like, this bitch, you believe that? I swear to God. You know she ain't in him for the money. That motherfucker. He like 80. Like, you know, that conversations. Like, it's fucking fun. You're right. So I agree with you. It's cool to be able to have that conversation with somebody or whatever, even though you're watching mindless ass shit. Like, there's no benefit, but it's fucking hilarious. Like, it's pretty cool. What about you, Abarca? Anything in particular?
That I want to do alone or that I dislike doing alone?
Either one.
I don't like driving.
You don't like driving alone?
No.
You wish somebody was there with you. So you're the opposite of it.
No, I literally don't like driving. So I wish someone could just drive me around.
You want somebody to piggly wiggly stuff?
That's right.
Yeah, you're right. I don't like it. You're obviously, but if I have to do it, I'd rather do it alone. If that makes any sense.
What don't you guys like about driving?
Oh,
You just get tired? Or?
I got tired like a year and a half into driving. I was like, this is not for me.
I mean, it's scary for me because me arrulla la calle. Like I get that shit gets me sleepy, bro. That's why I always pull over when we drive back from like the games. Mm-hmm. It's like I get gas, but I don't fucking really need to get gas. But I get gas.
I go get a snack. I get a drink.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull over because I was like, dude, I don't know if I can make it. That mountain on the way back.
The mountain's
damn
hard.
it, the mountain fucking.
Especially at nighttime when it's dark and all.
Wow, that thing makes me sleepy, bro. So that's what I don't like about it. If somebody could drive me around, dude, I'd get such good naps in. That's why I like the Tesla car. I'm like, I always tell myself I couldn't let it drive me, but I'm all, if I could fucking nap. Damn, bro, it's a straight shot from work to school. Like, maybe I can let that motherfucker drive me. Get a little 30-minute nap in every day.
Hey, if you want to go a little earlier, we'll carpool.
Nah. I'm gonna take every single second I'm up. I got 30 seconds. I can still make it on time. If the fucking bell rang on time, I would have been there on time. God damn it.
True.
So driving for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What if you had your dream car? Would that change your driving?
I've never been a car guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I get you. But yeah, you're right. You're right. What would be your dream car? Like, what would you, if you could have that fucking vehicle? What would it be?
I'm kind of looking at I'm
coming at you, Enrique. So
a Jeep Wrangler, the electric one. But I hear that it's got like a slow charge right now.
Oh, okay.
So I'd rather wait to like the 2.0 version.
When it starts kind of fixing itself or whatever?
Yeah.
Hey, Stevens, because he's over here struggling in his head. Well, it's got to be the fucking Toretto car. Anyway, so,
I have the easy answer, but it's not that.
It's not that. Oh, okay.
It's a Supra?
Oh, yeah. It would be the Paul Walker car, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'll probably be a GTR.
Your old ass in a fucking GTR.
I know.
Just coming out. Who the fuck, Grandpa?
Hey, whose dad's here? Someone brought your car. Who's dad?
No, the GTR is too loud for that. It'd be too loud for an old man.
At least if you were in a Toretto car, it fits, bro. Come on, no mames, way. Fucking.
Yeah, but
Come in like.
it's not one of those. No. You're thinking of like a Honda Civic or something.
Yeah.
A GTR is like it's a big car.
You're like it's an old man car.
Yeah, no, it's like a more of a muscle car.
It's all man, bro.
Wait.
It's all man car.
The GTR
Look
is
it
not
up.
a muscle
The
car.
Nissan
though.
GTR. Yeah,
But it's not a muscle car.
Look it up.
Stevens.
It's not
maybe I'm biased. Is a GTR a muscle car? Maybe we have different definitions of what a muscle car is.
What's your definition?
I'm thinking like
one's
an
the
old
GTR?
60s, 70s
muscle
Chevy.
car?
Yeah, a fucking big old engine coming out the top. Like a muscle car. Dodge Charger, a Camaro.
This to me is like a street race car.
Yeah, you see? It's more Yeah.
I don't see it doing that.
No, you're talking about little four bangers, like a
Okay,
clip.
but
It's not a four
closer to
banger.
that than it is to a muscle car.
That's a fucking 8. That's a V8, bro.
So V8, bro.
It's the new muscle car.
Listen.
I do muscle car.
How many V's in that bitch?
It's a neo muscle car.
I think of muscle cars though as like cars from the
Older.
60s or 70s
What I just fucking said.
that are like that. Not cars that are being made for
He's
racing.
gonna be like, that's not the one.
She was gonna
Like,
say
it's
not
a
that
cool-
cars that are being made for pussies.
Oh my God.
So would it be would it be that one though? It's a fucking, I know what car it is. It's an amazing car.
It's a nice car.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's my dream car though.
Okay, so what's your dream car?
See,
I'm kind of like a Barca.
You gave me an answer.
I know,
you
but
said
I'm-
a Jeep Wrangler. You just fucking said the answer.
Okay,
Like
fine,
dream
GTR.
car is any car. Like the
There's a lot of dream cars.
I'll
I
take a
guess.
GTR,
The
right?
GTR, bro.
Fuck, I guess I'll take a GTR. God damn.
No, okay, think about it. Stevens, what's your dream car?
like
almost dream.
any car in the world because I'd want James Bond Aston Martin. I thought we
Oh, you
talked
go
to
big time. You go
Yeah.
fucking Aston Martin.
But if we're just talking about like regular car,
A car that you might actually pull off.
to be honest, I really like my car. Like,
Shut up.
That's the worst
I'll
answer
drive
you can get.
anything. I'll drive a truck, a big ass truck. I'll drive
She's
a
like, she
little
fucking
car.
around, drive her ass into the ground. And
The ones I don't want are those little smart cars. Like I don't want to drive around in one of those things.
Not even, you wouldn't even do a Tesla?
You don't want a Tesla?
What if you drive a
Tesla's
Tesla?
fine.
You
I
be
said
my Tessie,
smart
my
car.
Bessie and a Tessie.
Smart car.
Like a Leaf?
Like a 2-seat with barely a.
Oh, the Caquita cars.
Yes,
Yeah, you
that.
crash in that bitch,
No.
a bird hits you, you fucking
That's
die.
what I'm saying.
I think
I
if
don't
you
wanna
hit
ever
an
die.
animal in that smart car, you fucking die. What are those guys that used to do the test? The
Crash test
Mythbusters? No, the Mythbusters. Mythbusters. I really,
Yeah,
dude,
if you hit a deer in that,
you
you'd
hit a
be
deer in
dead.
that bitch, you're
Yeah.
fucking
Oh, yeah.
dead, bro.
Yeah.
You hit a chihuahua in that bitch, you might
Yeah.
die.
Why am I in the woods with my Tesla car?
Like those are the ones I wouldn't. But I'd pretty much drive anything because I enjoy
Okay, so
driving.
Aston Martin, James Brown, though.
Yeah, that's
James
my
Brown, Aston Martin, James Brown.
James Brown car. Yeah, that's it.
Whoa, I like this car. I would probably go like a 69 Camaro, a muscle car.
Yeah, that's it.
It's got a V8 in it, right?
I would do that fucking all day long.
And a two-tone color scheme.
I would also do the General Lee. I just probably wouldn't have the flag on the
You're
top
racist.
of it.
I
If
didn't know
I
you were.
painted green,
I
red,
didn't know
and
you
white,
were one of them,
a
bro.
green, red, and white, and I put a Mexican flag on top, that'd be
Can you
okay.
imagine?
And I want the door shut so I can fucking climb over, but put like a brick wall as a door.
Do you
so I can
want?
just get over
Do
the
you
wall.
want windows? Windows or no
So I can
windows?
Just piss off everybody, bro.
Windows or no windows?
What
No,
was
you
your,
gotta roll up the windows at some
What's
point,
your horn-
especially when they start fucking throwing shit at me.
what's your horn gonna be
It's
like?
like the ice cream trucks and the elote man. You know what
Or
I
a
mean?
Mexican grito and shit, you know? Like,
There you go, Chente. Y volver. Every time you push it, it does it for. But I'm telling you, I want a brick wall on the doors.
yeah, that would be fucking amazing, yeah.
That'd be bad. But somebody at work had, it wasn't a substitute had a newer Challenger, and he had the General Lee paint job, but it was an American flag on top, I think, right? You ever see it? It parked a few times out there.
Maybe.
I think it was an American flag, and I was like, because at first I was like, oh, okay. I was like, did he go for it? No, he did it. He put an American flag.
I didn't know that was a subs car.
Yeah, it was some car. Yeah. You thought it was one of the teachers. I know you had a few ideas.
No, I didn't know who it was. Sometimes you never know. And then look, there's a person out there that drives a Camaro, and I'm like, really? I'm like, okay.
Oh, yeah. There's some people coming out of
I
muscle cars. You're
know.
like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
damn, okay.
Yeah,
See?
one person had, what is it, the Supra? The GTR?
The new one?
The GTR?
Okay, so you had some time to think about it, Enrique. Before we go to break, what is your dream car?
He's got nothing.
Probably like a Ferrari or something. Something
fuck
like
yeah, bro.
Something
something like
fast
a
and-
McLaren, something that they only make 10 of. you
Like
know?
the ones that are at the Peterson Museum in LA. Like
Yeah.
those fucking, 3.2 million. Like that kind of
Whatever, like they made only like 20 of them or 100 of them in the world. I want one of those. Whatever that is.
Whatever.
You want the Batmobile.
There's only about 22, right? What
James
is it?
Bond, Aston Martin.
Yeah, that'd be badass.
There's in one of the Fast and Furious movies, there's a car, the one where they're in Dubai, I think. Are they in Dubai in one of them? And there's a
Probably.
car in there that is, I think is the last
Oh, is it
movie.
the one that Vin Diesel lifts?
No.
Shit, sorry.
It's one that they had in one of the buildings, you know, the high rises when they made that jump.
Yes.
I think it's that car that they make the jump
yeah.
with.
Okay.
And then he's like, oh, there's only like 10 of them in the world or something.
And we
it was a
bucked up
fucking
2 of them for this
badass
movie.
car. And I forget what it was. If I was a real fan, I would know, but something like that.
That'd be dope. That'd be
Yeah.
dope. I forgot about that. You got to go to the Peterson before it changes.
I
They
know.
have all the James Bond cars out there.
Oh, see,
That's
that
a new.
would be
That's a
cool.
new.
I'll go pick mine
a
up.
few like a month ago. That was the thing when we went. It was James Bond vehicles.
Oh.
So it was all the James Bond cars.
Maybe I'll do that on summer vacation.
There you go. All right. Well, speaking of summer vacation, maybe we can go to Thailand one of these days, and we'll be back after this break. And that's the trailer to The Protector. Ayo, Barker. Hit him with the back of the box.
A young fighter travels to Australia to retrieve stolen elephants that were promised originally to the King of Thailand. Once there, he enlists the aid of a Thai-born Aussie detective.
Does he?
First of all, he was a sergeant to help him achieve his goal. And he uses his fierce Muay Thai moves to battle an evil woman's gang of deadly bodyguards. Thailand, I'm sorry for the names.
Yeah.
Can we just say the character names, maybe? Look, it's Tony Jaa.
Yes. As Kham. And then Pichai Wang Kamalau as Mark.
Pretty good.
Johnny Trai Nguyen as Johnny. Xing Jin as Madame Rose. And Lateef Crowder, one of the Mandalorians, as a capoeira guy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There was capoeira in this.
Oh, there was capoeira. You know what it was missing, though? A burka.
What happened? I thought you downloaded that song as
I
your.
know, I have it. If I play that bitch, I won't be able to unhear it again for a while, though. That's what it is.
Enrique,
Fucking
stop looking at cars.
I found the car.
Oh, son of a bitch. All right, hurry up. What car is it? Go.
It's a. Hold on.
Make sure you put a picture of it here.
Here.
It's a
And
light.
then one over here.
It's a light.
And then can you put two pictures right here, fool? He's not even looking.
Yeah.
It's a Lycan Hypersports.
Okay.
A W Motors Lycan Hypersport.
So a month ago,
3.4 mil.
and a month ago, they had also at the Peterson, they have a whole section of hypersport cars. You would love it. And they have the price tags on them, and they're all in the millions. So you should go. It's a great museum, guys. You got to go check it out. All right. So Enrique, back to the important shit, because okay, did you like this movie?
Dude, this movie.
I'm about to fucking elbow you. I'm gonna flying knee you from this side of the table if you don't give me the right answer.
Fighting was amazing. I'll say.
All right.
Fighting was amazing.
Yeah.
The pacing of the movie was off for me. It was kind of.
Was this too slow?
It was an hour and 20 minutes.
I was gonna say.
I just felt like there was no plot. Like it just jumped from shit to shit, like real quick.
Bro, where are my elephants?
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah. I had no idea this was all about elephants. Like that kind of caught me off
Hot
guard a
take.
little bit.
Better version of the new Dumbo. Boom. Go.
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't know. I didn't know what. I mean, the whole elephant thing was kind of like, okay, it's like a whole movie about an elephant. So
His little brother.
yeah,
And that motherfucker gets
First
thrown.
of all, I feel this movie is a movie about family.
yeah.
That's why we recommended it to you. We were like, it's a cool little like family.
But I mean, the fighting was kind of dope.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Anything else? Go ahead.
I don't know.
continue.
I don't know if I answered your question whether or not I like this because
Well, did you
I'm
like
not
it?
even sure if I did or not.
Interesting. Okay. Would you watch it again?
Would you watch the original version, which is an hour and 51 minutes?
Hell yeah, he would.
See, I'm worried that I don't need all that other shit. I disagree with you that I don't disagree with you. I agree with you that there is jumps from place to place. I'm okay. Because realistically, he lost his elephants. He loves elephants, obviously. Fucking elephant shots were cool in this movie.
Well, they give you. Yeah. By the way, how'd they pull all that off?
Because I think
They're in
'Cause it's
Thailand.
Thailand.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like, oh, hey, there's a
It's not a
okay,
movie.
get the
It
camera
wasn't a
ready.
movie made here.
Unleash these elephants.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Fucking awesome.
Smack him in the butt. Boof. Goof, 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 goof.
Hey, where's he going? Get some pussy. And then like, he gets another baby, like, I'm in. I was like, cool. It's about elephants.
Has your wife seen this movie?
No. Why? She loves elephants. I know I was going to call her in for that. But no. I want to watch it by myself. So then we're because we get all that. That's all I need. At this point in time, this has that thing that I like where it's like, look, boy.
You've seen this before? You've seen this
Yes.
before?
Oh, yeah. Last week you watched Everything Everywhere All at Once. Today, you can do whatever the fuck you want, dog, because we got you. We know that no matter if you're ironing, if you're washing the dishes, if you're looking at your phone, the moment he hits a fucking flying knee, you're going to put that shit down and you're in. And fuck me, this movie was awesome.
I think because, so this was another Quentin Tarantino presents.
Well, okay, let's talk. What the fuck does that mean, Abarca?
I think that after Kill Bill,
Okay.
he was like, oh, I guess this guy knows about martial arts movies.
Okay.
So is there some cool stuff that you've seen? And so I think they would just send him stuff. And he's like, hey, you know what? This movie's really cool. This Iron Monkey comes from that.
Yeah.
And Iron Monkey had the same thing where they cut the movie down.
Not as much though.
Not as much.
But this one's at least 25 minutes is what it says.
So I think that
That's probably all the stuff you were thinking about.
yeah.
So there's a cut. There's a cut.
So you
that's
need
a lot
that
longer
version.
and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it just seemed like it was jumping from thing to thing.
Yeah.
Like the scenes were just like, and the edit, the overall edit of the movie starts to kind of like, you kind of can tell shit's missing as you're watching.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because it's just jumping from thing to thing, and you know, nothing is really established. I mean, like, you know what's going on, but you can
Yeah,
kind of
like
tell.
the whole ring of child slaves or the women's slavery thing. I'm like, what? Like who?
Things just escalate quickly in every scene.
That's what happens when you don't show up with a passport and somehow you get on the plane.
Yeah, that's a great example. You're right. So when he first lands in Australia, he's in a taxi and he doesn't have papers. He's getting chased by the cops. Or the taxi guy was
No,
getting
the
chased by the cops.
taxi car.
That's still
He stole the taxi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like that just came out of nowhere.
All of a sudden,
Oh,
you're
he
in
just
a
happened to get in the wrong cab, but that's all.
Listen, this movie knows exactly what you want, and he's going to give it to you. And apparently, that wasn't good enough.
well. It was
Not
cut
good
down.
enough.
It was cut down, obviously. So obviously, the
How much
movie.
more
This was not the
crappy
movie that
CG
was
did you
made.
want to see?
That's the thing. I'm worried about what those 30 minutes are.
Well, I can give you kind of a list.
You're gonna act it out for us, Stevens?
No, that is not what I said.
Where's
I
my
would list it out.
I'm ready for this guy. What do you got?
The historical role of the Thai warriors is given in more detail in the opening prologue.
Don't need more of that because that was shitty fucking animation. I really don't need
It
more.
was stylized.
We don't have enough money.
So, would you want more of that? I say no. I'll be honest with you. I don't want more of that.
Well, at that point, you don't know what you're getting. So at that point, they can
I'm
give
just
you as
saying
much
now,
of that.
as you viewing it, would you want more of the backstory?
Well, I'm
of that?
saying if I get that in the beginning, it might help.
to put me in that mood.
But what I'm saying is, you watched it. So, would you want more of it? Yes or no? I wouldn't.
What else did they cut out?
They cut out scenes of TV reporters given a tour of Sydney by Sergeant Mark.
Okay.
Nah, don't need that.
They missed scenes of Sergeant Mark handling robbery and releasing the would-be assassin.
That might help with a little bit of the plot. that seems like a big thing to take out. Do you think Quentin Tarantino makes this cut?
No, I think he puts his name on it.
Okay, I just wondering. Okay, what else?
Kham's father, rather than being injured, died by the gunshot.
Yeah, I think that would have made it. But
I thought he died.
I was gonna say he didn't die.
Yeah, I was thinking
They
he
don't
died.
show. They just show.
Well, if he doesn't come
They
back for
just
the rest of
show,
the movie,
like, go
I'm assuming
follow-
he's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go follow the elephants, and then the next thing he's in Sydney.
Yeah.
So you don't really see.
So in this
much
one, you
of it.
know he's dead. Like there's a funeral or something.
Yeah, I
whatever.
guess.
Okay, all right.
It was as quick as a funeral as it was for the police commissioner. We're burying him the next day.
Yeah.
You don't need his body for forensics? No, the next day.
You're good. Next day.
Tony Jaa's lines now include, "You killed my father."
Oh, I would have needed that. Okay.
Madame Rose loses face and is denied a security contract over bad turtle soup instead of the Chinese business leader's refusal to deal because of bad terms. She loses the contract over the soup instead of the business leader's refusal.
Oh, the soup. Okay, I remember that.
You know why she lost it?
Why is that?
Because he had the soup and he's taste the soup. And he's like, no, taste the soup. It's like, no. And he's like, all right, I'll taste the soup. Where's the spoon?
What the fuck do you know about being funny? All right, go ahead.
Madame Rose's transsexuality is never mentioned.
What are you talking about?
They don't ever say anything.
They don't say nothing.
Yeah, they do in one scene. He's
He's a
no. The old man when she right before she kills her brothers.
Mm-hmm.
He's you. He's you're not a girl. You're not a boy. What are you gonna do?
Oh, see, I don't remember that.
Okay, wait. I rented it though. So I'm gonna tell you that I rented it. You rented it too?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it with the commercials.
Oh.
So I was wondering maybe in that one. No, but we watched the same one then. Did you see that scene? I don't remember that.
I don't remember that.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So, but it's explained more maybe in this other one. Okay.
The ending has been trimmed to imply that Madame Rose is dead rather than just injured after her fall through the roof.
I thought she was dead. Yeah.
Well, that's what they changed it to.
So, but she's injured in the other movie?
Ending has been trimmed to imply that she's dead rather than injured in the other version.
And this one, she's just dead tired.
Johnny does not return to kill Vincent after Vincent was apprehended by Mark.
Okay. Wow. Seems like that's a big plot point.
Exposition is given to further explain the cutting of tendons to defeat the bruisers at the end.
Fucking A.
A lot of bone breaks, huh?
That shit was
We got the Obi-Wan voice. Like again, I think this movie they trim down the fat and they get you exactly what you need, and it's a very expedited way, but it works. I think it works.
Okay, so I'm thinking of his other movie that we watched, right? And I think this is a way more polished version of than Ung Bak. And dude, that fight scene at the end, it is fucking magical.
Just visually, right? Visually, it's just so much better.
Auditory
with the big dudes you're talking about.
No. The bone breaks. That fucking scene,
like the Crazy 88 or whatever.
Yeah, the Crazy 88 is. I will tell you, I think that is better than that because it's the sounds and whoever's fucking snapping the celery in this bitch.
Yeah.
God damn. That alone, I watched that like 3 times in a row. I brought my kids in. Watch this, kids. I was like, fuck me. The one where he flips the guy into the water fountain looks so fucking painful. In last week's last episode, the week before, sorry. One of the things that he said, that Brad said was that Jean-Claude Van Damme has the best roundhouse in the game. Tony Jaa might have the best flying knee in the game. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anybody else fucking hit a flying knee. When he hits the big guy, when they run at each other full speed,
yeah.
I'm like, ow. Like, I know it's fake, but he hit him in the chest purposely, I think. I don't think he could have hit him in the face that fast. He probably would have fucking concussed him. But even then, you see the guy, like, do this thing where he fucking, like, braces, and it looks so fucking painful. He kicks a dude in the head in this movie when the roller skate thugs come out. That's it. He kicks him in the head. It's not like in the last one, you could tell where the pads were, remember, on the top of the head? I'm sure they had something to protect these people's heads, but it looked fucking vicious. He is so hard hitting. Tony Jaa's fucking fight scenes are so hard hitting. They're impressive. They're fucking impressive as hell.
This movie had one of the best single shots that I've seen in a while.
Oh, the stairs?
That's a long shot too.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know how long that was, but
it was a long time.
Yes.
And he looks exhausted by the end of that thing.
Okay.
He like legit looks like in real life exhausted.
He's like, I'm fucking dying here.
Yeah.
But
they had it, he couldn't stop because it was a single shot through the whole thing.
I was going to ask you about that, Abarca. When I was younger, of course, when I first saw it, I was like, it's one shot.
It is one shot, bro.
You don't think when they pan to the ground to see the guy fall, they can cut right there?
No, they're on him the whole time. What do you mean?
No, there's parts where they take the camera away.
The only time is when they have shots on when he goes in behind that wall and
that's what
he's
I'm saying,
throwing
but you don't
them
think they
through
can
the
like
thing. No,
There's invisible edits in it, but
yeah, that's what I'm thinking, bro.
But they're really good at hiding it.
He looked too exhausted for it.
No. He probably was.
That's what sold it to me is how exhausted he. Because if it was a real shot, like if there was breaks in between there, he should have given more effort, and they were probably you don't see that like because he's like slow. He's like you can tell he's tired. Physically he's tired.
But I mean, I'm not saying that he necessarily takes a 10-minute break. Could it be something as simple as like, okay, and then you go like, you know what I'm saying? Because dude, if it's one fucking shot, let's just say it is, that's fucking insane. Because that scene is so long.
But even at that point, he's already at the top. So even say he does they do a cut there. Mm-hmm. I mean, at this point, it's been I don't know how long, but he is already at the top.
Kicking people through doors. He's fucking kicking doors. He's knocking people through windows. He's fucking elbowing dudes.
While he's climbing stairs.
How
many floors did he go up?
There's a gimp.
I don't know, but I can tell you, it is a 4-minute long fight scene.
Are you shitting me?
It's
Let's go for a 4-minute job, guys.
It's a 4-minute take. They did multiple takes to get the best one or whatever because there was.
It is a straight shot.
Yeah. So it says this is Fact Fiend too. So it's Carl.
And they fiend for facts.
No,
this is Carl. He does his research.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's insane.
And it nearly killed a cameraman.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
It says it contains a fight scene that was so physically taxing for everyone involved that it nearly killed a fucking cameraman. 4 minutes.
He's climbing up those stairs with that fucking camera, bro.
And then
yeah, it's impressive. You're right.
It says.
Right. So what'd you find on the movie? So was it one take?
Yeah. So Fact Fiend.
Just like this movie. / podcast.
So okay.
There was no cut there. It also contains a fight scene. Make sure it's an invisible
cut if possible, please.
When I go behind Michael Myers.
A fight scene that was so physically taxing for everyone involved that it nearly killed a fucking cameraman. And he's talking about it. So by far, though, the film's most technically impressive scene was a choreography standpoint, is a 4-minute long fight scene in which Jaa makes his way up a 4-story building. So 4 stories. There you go.
So they have to choreograph it. It's film, right? They're shooting film, so they have to do one magazine of film. So it's like we have 5 minutes of this. Go.
Yeah, and they did it multiple times.
The shit about the cameraman, bro, is if you remember the scene, he's not just because Uneasy, we saw a one shot in the opening of one of the new war movies. I forget what it's called.
He just cursed you. One of the war movies.
Yeah, it was a big deal. It's got a year on the title.
1917?
1942.
1918.
1918.
Yeah.
1950.
There's an amazing single shot in that where they're following him through the tunnels and stuff. Yes. Uh-huh. But that's just literally just a shot. They're just walking behind him the whole time. In this one, what I really enjoyed was the cameraman is going taking different angles throughout as they're going up the stairs. And when they're at the top and he goes into behind those windows, you could tell like he positions himself one angle and then he comes around the other side, positions himself there. And then you see, I think he follows at the end of that single shot, he follows somebody that falls or something.
Yes.
Follows them to the ground. And then that's where you finally get a cut.
So here, let me give you some details. So the scene was famously realized in a single take and was choreographed in such a way that the camera would literally run out of film the moment the scene finished. Meaning there was absolutely no room for error whatsoever. To make things more difficult, there are several moments during the scene where Jaa hurls someone off a balcony, which meant between filming, the crew also had to set up and remove safety equipment so the stuntman being thrown wouldn't, die. According to Jaa, during one take, he only noticed that the safety mat wasn't set up properly as he was throwing the stuntman off a 3rd floor balcony, and he had to grab him to prevent him falling to his death. They did this multiple times. During another take, he completed the scene without issue and was reportedly moments away from walking through a door that would signify the end of the scene. However, literally seconds before he did so, a camera ran out of film because of a minor mistake made earlier in the take that had cost a second or two. So unwilling to accept anything less, they did it again.
Motherfucker. Hey, dog. We got it, dog.
This is why you're killing the cameraman.
You had to do it so many times.
Yeah. As annoying as minor problems like this were, it's noted that the biggest thing that stopped the scene being completed was the cameraman. You see, the kind of camera required to film the scene was too heavy for any member of a Thai crew to carry, so they brought in a guy specifically trained how to use it for this one scene. The thing is, that guy simply couldn't keep up with Jaa and getting winded at the time he reached the 2nd floor. In the end, he just gave up. Annoyed, a Thai cameraman offered to do it instead, but requested a month or so to get used to the camera's bulk and physically prepare himself. The director agreed.
I want that documentary, bro.
It sounds like something they should look into.
Just put in work, fool.
The doctor agreed, and Jaa used the time to add more flying knee drops to the fight scene. Even after the cameraman got swollen enough to carry the camera up all the stairs, though, the scene still took a reported 8 takes to get right, which may not sound like a lot until you realize it took an entire day to set up the scene. The end result was a 4-minute-long unbroken take of Tony Jaa punching 50 gangsters half to death while screaming about his stolen pet elephant, which we can probably all agree was totally worth it.
Sorry, my blue watcher. Sorry,
I suggest watching Facts Fiend on YouTube.
Just move to the side, buddy.
My bad. I put it inside my mouth and I yelled corn. That would have been kind of weird if I would have put it. Fucking amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell how tired he is. I mean, you don't see that. You don't see that in these movies. Like, they look, as much fighting as they do, they always look fresh as fuck because it has to look good.
It has to look good.
But he doesn't look good at the end of this. Like, he legit looks fucking exhausted.
He doesn't look good at the end. He doesn't look good at the end of any of his fight scenes. Now that you really think about it, he does always look exhausted because I think he's doing otherworldly shit.
But I think in this one especially,
he's doing otherworldly shit.
Like, Jackie looks fresher to me than he does at the end of the fights. I don't know. I'm not saying he's doing less or Jackie's doing, because Jackie does wild shit too, right? But they're not single shots, right? For the most part.
I don't think most of these were either, except for this one, right?
Yeah, because the bike stuff too would follow him through like certain places, and like when the rollerblade gang came through.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ooh, and off the rollerblade and shot. He wasn't a father. Like, that shit went through the whole city. And they were fucking out there skating like, oh shit, we gotta get back to the lab. And they just skating away and BMXing everywhere. Yeah, but I think he does a good job of making you think he's just fucking fought.
Yeah.
A 10-round, 12-round fight. Like he looks exhausted at the end of his fights.
Yeah, except he gets up and he throws people around and jumps up high on them and does all these things.
God damn, dude.
I think this is some of the best fighting you've seen in some movies, because even like the capoeira thing in the water,
super cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
The second guy, the sword guy, the sword guy was kind of cool there. Like that whole scene in the church or whatever. That's why I said which one at the end, because there was like that. I guess the whole movie was the end if you think about it.
Yeah, once they steal that elephant, it's fucking on, bro.
That's
once
true.
they have that boat race or that boat, why does he feel like he has to have a chase scene in every movie he does? Those boats were fucking wacky.
The tuk-tuks were wacky.
Speedboats. I gotta look up these speedboats.
They
I
look
forgot
like
about
darts. These speedboats look like little darts that go through billboards, especially crotches of billboards.
And the guy's like, whoa.
When that shit hits the helicopter.
Yeah, it was a bit much.
I don't know. I just was like, but then it just ends with that, and then to your what you're saying, it just kind of just like hits a helicopter, and then he's in Australia. Like, there's no what the fuck, like, you know?
Yeah, what you didn't see was old ladies burning up, and they're just like, oh God, why? All for an elephant.
I was just washing my clothes.
I was serving in my restaurant.
But
So those boats go 17 miles per hour.
these motherfuckers were going like 90 miles per hour. I'm
just telling you.
17?
I looked them up.
Again, I think
17 miles or 17 knots?
17 miles. 15 knots, but I knew you wouldn't know what that meant, so I looked up the miles per hour.
Yes. All right. Hell yeah. I'm an aquatic man.
They do drag racing with those boats. Is that crazy?
17 miles per hour?
bro, when you have
It's
first
boats.
of all,
You're on water.
foot
It's
races,
different.
man.
I think I could put Usain Bolt next to these fucking boats and they'd win an under-yard dash. How fast
You want
Usain
me-
Bolt? Okay,
Let
how
me
fast Usain Bolt? That fucking elephant could beat that boat. Okay,
I will
so
look that up.
every fight scene in this movie, short or long, is Tony Jaa, and he does such a fucking good job. The little fight scene where he just goes for the first time and sees the poachers in that like fancy hotel, or I don't know the fuck they're at, and the guy's getting cuppy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking kicks ass, bro. Like he's just kicking the shit out of motherfuckers. Like it's impressive.
I feel like the stunt team
Got
and
way better.
Tony Jaa, they're all growing together, and they're like, we're making these very low budget movies. Now we have a little more money. America, the rest of the world has seen us.
Quentin Tarantino put the signature on it.
He signed off on this.
What was it about the impact, like in the fights in this movie, that was different? It just felt different. Like they had more of.
Did they hide the padding better?
I think they're.
No, I feel like they had more padding where he could actually hit people.
Oh, yeah.
And because it seemed like there was more contact in this. There wasn't a lot of the you swing and the guy just. There wasn't no Sonny, hitting.
Is the brother?
Yeah, the brother-in-law, like punching him and swinging at air, and you know what I mean.
He's making lemonade at the hot dog.
It seemed like to me like there was more hit, like actual contact.
So there's this in the skate scene. I got the skate scene. My son was watching it with me, and he's like, "Oh man, he really didn't hit that guy at the beginning." And then right after that's when he does that roundhouse kick in the dude's head. He's like, "Oh fuck!" But he hit that guy. I was like, "Yeah, slow the fuck down, son." There's gonna be contact. He does a flip and grabs a dude's helmet on a bike and pulls him down. I'm like, he could have killed that guy if he didn't grab him. Like,
he did it for you people.
It's fucking wild.
Yes, and I think they're still taking risks because they're not. It's not the Jackie Chan stunt team where they're like, no, we have to do it this way, so it looks more impactful. But I think that they're growing together and they have more money, and so they have more padding. They have more better Foley to sell the hits more.
And also, there's something about the Muay Thai, the knees and the elbows that just looks worse. And his just going for bone breaks. Like I'm gonna fucking break as many bones. How many people?
And he does that right away.
He
doesn't waste time. He breaks their arms like right away. He's like, whatever, bro.
Which, of course, we all know nobody's gonna be able to take on 30 people or whatever. But there's something about him just breaking a dude's arm that makes you think like, the fucking guy would be like, with his arm, right? And
it
just
works.
go to the next guy.
It works.
Yeah, and
like that guy's not getting back up.
No, he broke his
in
fucking
those
arm.
other movies, they punch somebody and they're down until it's convenient for them to get back up,
and then they just go to the floor. I don't get that guy.
Dare you?
You're like it's obviously not real, but it looks so believable. And again, like you said, the Foley is fucking incredible. That I don't know how many celery snaps were in this fucking movie. Like they brought a truckload. Like it was crazy. How many people, Stevens, does he bone break at the 2/3 of the end of the movie?
That's what I'm looking.
Okay.
Let's see.
So at this point in time in the movie, he hasn't lost Korn, but he doesn't know where he's at. Or he does at this point. I can't remember. But his brother, who was a brother? Korn or the big one? Who did he consider his brother? Because he said
Korn.
my brother. Korn? Okay.
The little one, right?
The little one.
Okay. So then the big one is just Korn's dad.
Because that's
or whatever. Because the mom's dead. So this is a dad.
so he's a little kid in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
But that's not the baby, right? Because the baby's a baby.
That was kind of weird. I get what you're saying.
That was my question. How quickly do elephants grow?
Well, they do. They're pregnant longer than any other animal.
It's like 14 months or something like that.
But that's still not enough.
But he went from being like 8 to being 21, 22.
Yeah. So that would have to be the baby's
just caught
baby.
him right at puberty.
That would have to be the next day he just grew a mustache. That would have to be the baby's
how long
baby.
does it take for an elephant to get fully grown?
When do elephants hit puberty, Stevens?
I'm looking.
Today on Gung-Fu Animal
Because it made it seem like it made it
Asian elephant chat.
it did make it seem like the little one was the one he walks out.
But it's not that one. It can't be. I'm saying no. But I yes, that's what the movie was trying to tell us, but it can't be that. That doesn't make sense. I thought that was a kid's kid.
First of all, how do you lose an elephant? That's my biggest thing.
He was watching blind boxing.
Yeah.
Well, the dad was like, what was he working out? A deal to what? For what?
So they were going to present their elephants to the king of Thailand, which which was the biggest deal. That's the whole reason why you have elephants, right? So it's like the Westminster Dog Show.
Okay.
But for elephants, right? So the whole reason they've been taking care of these elephants is to present them. He's about to present them because a nephew. There wasn't enough with the nephew. He should have fucking kneed his head off at some point in time in the movie because that's family. That's fucked up. So the nephew, unless uncle means,
and he's the one that shot the
Yeah, but I wonder. Yeah.
I love how elephants
all
never forget.
family.
So you get that close up of his eye, and he's like, "This mother."
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I love when they're like testing the elephant. They're like got a machine on his ear, and I'm like, oh, I wonder how's his ear is. Like, I don't know what's going on here.
All right. So
Okay, what do we got with elephants?
they reach sexual maturity between 14 and 17 years old.
Kind of like me.
So like people, elephants take a long time to grow physically and emotionally. They reach the majority of their size by age 15.
So there's no way that was a baby.
If he's 8, like if
He was like Baby
if
Yoda.
elephant's 8, like
That elephant was 50.
It would take about 10 years, so he would be 18 or so. So that it's about the right time.
But
No,
Corn
that-
was a baby. Corn wasn't a
He
mature
was
elephant.
bigger at the end.
What?
He wasn't that.
He wasn't that big.
tiny,
I'm fucking
tiny.
threw his ass like he was nothing.
How
bro.
small was he when he walked out from the woods?
The same size that he was at the end of the movie.
Was he?
No, that was a tiny baby.
What? Are you being like, bro?
This website says he broke, not just in that scene, but over 200 broken bones in the movie.
We should have a counter. One of those like those little they do at the theme. Okay. Okay. I think it was trying to tell us it was a kid. I didn't believe it was a kid. But that's what I'm saying. I agree with you guys. But whatever. Who gives a flying fuck? So he sees the elephant they were going to present to the king of Thailand. And he has been now, they just have the bones. They have a skeleton of it. And it's covered in gold.
Mhm.
Yes.
What was the point of that?
It's modern art.
Just for the lady
I
to show
think
her power?
it's.
I guess
yeah.
so. It's kind of effed up to do to an
Yeah, it's
elephant.
kind of gross. Right?
There was something I skimmed that said she was supposed to she was daydreaming of being that
I'm going to be a
being
king.
her the king
Yeah.
or the queen
Okay. All
is
right.
what they said. But
All right.
And she comes up.
So it's that. it's royalty, right? But it's sad that they like essentially boil the bones down and then build the skeleton.
Horrible,
So
dude. Poachers. Come on, guys. Fuck you.
oh,
Guys.
even like the little monkeys in the
If you're a poacher,
in the
you can give me a
restaurant?
thumb down. Eat a dick.
that restaurant was sad.
that
The
was gross.
turtles.
Yeah. So, yeah, all the wild animals they were eating or whatever. But anyways, when he starts yelling and he's just like losing his shit because he's realized what happened to this elephant, his elephant, right? That point of the movie, if I had like a seatbelt that I could have strapped on, I was like, it's about to fucking go down. I watched that fucking scene so many times. And when he gets stabbed, you for a split second think, I'm like, is he fucking gonna die?
Yeah, what happened there?
It doesn't matter, bro. The power of the elephant. So,
He gets stabbed.
He gets stabbed, yeah. Tis only a flesh wound.
And then and you don't see no blood. You don't he doesn't go, ow.
Because that's what Tony Jaa's gonna do in the movie. Oh.
He doesn't make sound effects. He just says,
Mepica.
"Where are my elephants?"
No, he's yelling, bro. He's just so and he stabs the shit out of that guy. First off, like the way he kind of breaks the arm.
Well,
to
he
stab
gets
him.
stabbed the shit out of. He gets fucking stabbed
it's
good.
like in his kidney area or whatever, right?
And then it was just like he just kind of like.
Adrenaline, bro.
Yeah, he's on that juice, bro. And he fucking breaks everybody's arm. He does one where he splits the guy like a chicken, a wishbone. He opens up the dude's legs.
Oh, yeah,
And then you
that
hear the
split one.
snap. And then he drags him to the ground. Holy fuck. The one that flip into the water fountain. Holy fuck. There's one where he just slams the guy's head into the ground. Like it's a quick one. Like he doesn't have time because another guy's coming and he just grabs him like, "Yak," and he breaks his neck. And you're like, what? He catches a kick with the knee, cuffs it, and then brings it down and breaks it. He knees a foot and then just pushes a guy over and breaks his ankle.
And then he foots a knee. I don't know how that works out.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm saying a lot of knees and feet, people, but you got to see this fucking scene. It is up there with one of my favorite fight scenes of all time. Like this is so good. And it's not even the end.
Yeah.
Because then he decides to bring all the strongmen in. It's literally, these fuckers should be throwing boulders into top of like shelves or whatever.
I was surprised that they brought 3 more dudes in because I thought they brought that big dude back.
Yeah.
And then
And that big dude's in Ong Bak at some point? Or am I wrong? Where do we know that big dude from?
I've
is
seen
it the
him
same
somewhere.
guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be the same guy.
I felt like
Might be a
Ong
Donnie
Bak.
Yen movie.
Is that what we're thinking?
Yeet Man or something.
I'll see if I can.
Was he the guy that fought no, Fearless, where he fights the American in the wrestling
Yes,
ring?
Fearless.
Is that the
Oh,
guy?
big
That's what it
guy?
is.
I'll look.
okay.
I'll look and see.
Okay, here. So the elephants go into the woods.
Yes.
To get it on.
So then a year later,
he's a kid. Okay. He's like 8.
Yes.
And then the little elephant comes out, and Tony Jaa's fucking 18,
21. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
So they were having sex for the elephant. Were fucking for 10 years.
That's a kid's fool. I'm telling you. No, I don't think so. I think it's. I think they're trying to tell us that, but I don't think that's not possible.
So gestation period for an
no, because
elephant.
the dad elephant is the one that gets killed.
Unless it's a little one grown up again and now he's a dad.
No, it's the
same one. It's the same one.
Look,
anyways,
gestation period is 18 to 22 months.
Okay,
that's almost 2 years that the mom carried that baby. So the kid, so 2 years Tony Jaa gets older.
He's 11,
and then however long the baby elephant has matured to whatever.
2 years. He's now 13.
I don't think so. I think you're missing the point here.
I think
you're missing the point.
Yeah, so okay, he fights strongmen and Indiana Jones because the lady has a whip.
Yeah, where did the whip come from? What the fuck was
from
that?
From the side, fool. Like, obviously, because he didn't see it.
Yeah,
I thought he got shot.
Yeah, it was funny because he's fighting this big ass motherfucker who's obviously hurting him, but can't take him down, and then this whip just fucking he goes flying across the room.
He again, we talked about it already. They run at each other at full fucking speed. And Tony Jaa jumps and double knees him in the chest. It is fucking wild. It is so good. And then he does the thing where he climbs up his knee and then knees him in the face. God damn it, it's so good. But then he gets whipped. And that bitch whipped when like, you're a fucking cheater. That's all I thought about the whole time. You're fucking not fair. Because it's like every time Tony's about to get the upper hand, he just gets whipped on the side. It's like, oh.
So big dude, 6'11", 330 pounds, was in Fearless.
Yeah, okay, so does that.
But you also know him from Hobbs and Shaw, Mortal Kombat, Scorpion King. He's been in some other stuff. So.
Oh, he's a Scorpion King too? Yeah, you're right. Okay, very cool. And he's how much?
330 pounds.
What's Tony Jaa? 150?
Oh, maybe.
5 foot.
Dude, are you kidding me?
12 pounds.
At 13 or 18?
At 13, he's only like 80 pounds. Then 3 big old motherfuckers come out. Korn comes out running because he's trying to help. Like, I'm here. Tony, let me bump into shit. And he's like fucking running around. And they throw his ass. They pick up and throw his ass. And my son's question was like, is Korn all right? Son, I don't know. Because realistically, I'm like, can they afford a fake elephant? Or did they just throw that big ass elephant around?
It's Thailand.
There was no elephants were hurt in the filming of this movie. I think they respect their elephants too much. But they threw the shit out of whatever they threw out of.
Tony Jaa's 5'8", barely. Doesn't say how much.
Oh, so he's like 5'8", like I'm 5'8"?
Doesn't show how much he weighs, though. So I imagine,
he's shredded. He's like about 50.
I was going to say, it's like,
He's not like big shredded. He's literally like.
Enrique's watching the fights. Dude, they could have done invisible edits behind the stupid thing.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think they have the money or know how.
But they could have, huh?
Yeah,
they could have. They could have cut anywhere, but they.
Well, no. What I'm saying is that would have been a perfect place to literally stop it and then go from there. But what I'm saying, I guess, is.
But they won the accomplishment of doing a single shot.
They just don't know how. It might be. No, whatever it is. Fucking amazing.
I think it was. Amazing. I think it was purposely. They were like, "This is going to be a single shot."
Boom.
Right there, they could have.
Again, yeah.
But the way you see the way the camera
yes.
You can tell it's like
it's insane, guys.
Yeah.
Insane. Okay, so then it gets wackier. One of the big guys throws him through the elephant leg. And the lady's like, hey, motherfucker, like, I literally built this palace for this elephant. Can you not fuck up my shit? Oh, he also breaks a food what is this called?
The dog statue?
Yeah, the dog. I'm like, hey, dog, you just gonna rip that shit up? Like, god damn it. But anyways, and then while they're arguing, 10 seconds maybe at the most, maybe 5, Tony straps on elephant bones to his arms and then just starts fucking shit up. Like, he flips onto the top of the dude's shoulders and then hits him on top of the head, donkey punches his ass with elephant bones. Fucking insane. insane. And then it gets even worse when he breaks the bones and he has knives on him. He goes back to shitty animation and he remembers, oh, damn, cut the tendons, motherfucker. And that's my fear. My only fear of ever doing any workout is my Achilles snapping. It's so fucking scary to me. Yeah, just going down whenever it happens. Terrifying. And he starts cutting everybody's tendons. It's fucking sick. My butthole was puckered for the last 10 minutes of this fucking movie. Maybe 12. Like, I was just like tight the whole time. I was like, because he's just slicing motherfuckers. Then, because it hasn't been wacky enough, I like my boy just walking out of the room like, oh, this some bullshit. And he leaves. He's on the helicopter and the stunt guy looks nothing like him. Did you guys pick that up? He's like 40 years younger than the old man. But they're fighting, whatever. Tony Jaa does this thing where he flip kicks him, which we know he can because he does it to the light post.
Yep.
Flip kicks the old man off the helicopter. Look fucking cool. But then the lady's like, I'm going to get away. And she's hanging from the helicopter. And he fucking runs. And again, best double knee in the game. Double knees the fucking lady off the fucking helicopter.
And then what happens?
They fall. How many stories?
158.
Minimum. Through glass. But the elephant catches Tony Jaa. And she falls to her death. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Nobody else is necessary in this movie. Like, really, guys? I don't give a fuck. Who's the main bad guy in this movie? The girl?
Yeah.
The white guy that was setting people up?
It kind of starts with
her man?
Yeah, right?
It starts with one guy.
Police cops.
The police cops. It kind of moves around.
I think it evolves.
Okay, I don't care. What are they doing?
They're eating animals they shouldn't be eating.
So their main goal, their evil plan
is for the menu. Is to
have the bomb menu.
And the women slaves.
Usually that would piss me off. I'm fine with that too. I don't give a flying fuck, guys. This movie's fucking amazing.
Well, and the lady wants to rule everything, right? I think that's your big. I think she's your big bad, right? She's trying to control.
I'm joking. Yeah.
Yeah. But like,
is it fleshed out?
Everybody, the cops are dirty and all that kind of stuff. You don't really need like Mark's girlfriend getting kidnapped. You don't really need.
Do you need Mark?
The other girl.
You need him for the continuity of from the other movie, but
and like the political.
You mean he's the same guy from the other? He turns his life around. Now he's a cop in Australia.
Like the political, where they kill the political guy and the business guy.
I'm talking to you in Thai.
Yeah, like the girlfriend. That's the girlfriend of the bad guy.
Yeah.
Like she's kind of just there for no reason.
Can we talk about the sexy mud scene?
Yeah, mud.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
Well, because they can't show. They can't show nudity or be super sexy.
No, I don't need nudity. I don't need nudity. Just have them in a pool. The mud was kind of gross.
But it was
it's good for your pores.
They were having a mud bath.
Soft skin, man. What?
No, yeah. But I'm saying I don't think it translated. Is what I'm saying. Because like when the guy,
she was doing that sexy dancing.
When the guy's sitting there with two girls, all I could think about was like, what the fuck's wrong with their skin? Like, I didn't catch it was mud at first. I thought it was like, you would normally think a pool or a sauna of some sort, right?
That's boring.
Because I'm like, ew, put a lotion on that, you greasy ass bitch. Like, that's what I was thinking about. So then I'm like, so I don't get it. I'm like, ew. I'm like, are they older women? Like, there's something wrong with them. I was like, maybe it was just all folded through, like they tanned a lot. Like, they're those ladies that tan a lot, look like beef jerky and shit. Like, their skin's so bad that they're the cover of jerky. Like, you know what I'm saying? You've seen these ladies, bro. So I was like, damn. Yeah, you're into that kind of shit, whatever. Everybody's a freak. And then she comes in and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? And then she gets into the pool and I'm like, you ain't like those girls. And then she comes, like, she starts dancing with the mud. I'm like, oh, it's mud.
I can't believe it took you that long to figure out it was mud.
It did. Because I'm like, ew, who the fuck just like, ew, mud's gonna get all in the crevices?
People do that. They do that to this day.
No, I know people do that for skincare. I understand that.
I don't know why it's such a big like.
No, I understand the skincare part, not the fucking in mud is what I'm saying.
They're not fucking in mud. They're just.
What do you think this is?
I mean, they're chilling in mud. They're
chilling. They're gonna read a book.
Well, for their pores, and then when they're ready to get out, whatever happens.
So you're gonna lay there with girls, have sexy girls, get all in the mood, and then be like, "Hold on, let's wash off all this mud."
Yeah. Yeah, naked. Dude, naked.
That's part of the thing.
You wipe it off of each other.
What the? Don't agree with the son of a bitch. That makes no fucking. That's the most unbelievable shit of this movie. It's a fucking mud scene thing. You think it's
the shower after.
Not allowed to do sexiness reason?
Yeah.
It was fucking stupid. That's all I can say. It made no sense. I get the whole mud thing. I
It's
just
funny.
don't think
It's funny how you get you.
This is what I got caught up on. Yeah.
This is-
The continuation of the story made no sense. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, why? Because to me, it's like, why even show this scene? I guess to get the guy killed, but you could have killed him anywhere. I guess is what I'm saying. That's to me was kind of dumb.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
they could have just been in a hot tub.
it could have been at his apartment. It could have been anywhere.
But if you
know?
notice, it's also like there's a blue lights. So it's a stylized scene. And I think it's for censorship.
Like this is as sexy as they can get.
Yeah, that's like, hey man, let's get in the money. You're like,
I don't
oh.
know, because that other movie we watched, they were making pornos in the back for that shit.
Yeah, but again,
Oh yeah, the covers were.
you don't see anything. You get generic covers, and they're behind.
Yeah, they are.
They're behind curtains.
Oh, that shit. Those covers were hilarious. I forgot about that shit. Okay, that was another part of the movie that was fucking throwing me off. But I don't know, man. I fucking love this movie. I mean, what'd you think of the movie overall, Barker? What do you think?
I enjoy this movie. Like I said, I feel that the filmmakers, the stars, the stunt team, they've grown together. And this is like, all right, we've got a little more money. This is what we can do now. And the American cut of it gives you what you want.
You don't even know what you want.
You know, you know that there's going to be some sort of chase. And you get the chase. You know there's going to be flying knees. We see that flying knee early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't stick around and there's no, the townspeople are giving the guy money.
Mm-hmm.
We don't see all of those regular actors or not even actually in that first movie. It's just people from that town.
Yeah.
Yeah, they try to set up a little more story in that one.
Yeah, it's just not.
I agree with you. What about you, Stevens? What'd you think?
Like you're missing some plot things. Like there's questions of like, whoa, what? And again, like nothing against him because he's amazing to watch and fighting, but literally outside of Thailand, everything he said in Sydney was "Where are my elephants?"
Hey, I don't need Jean-Claude Van Damme trying to act. At least this motherfucker knows his role. He ain't trying to be like,
Yeah.
He's American. Who is he?
He's like, hey guys, I'm John Smith.
But if this was an American movie, they would try to make him act like they tried in the fucking Netflix movie,
And it didn't work.
and it didn't work.
Yeah, you're right. Pouring some.
So maybe some of that is what's cut out or whatever. I don't know. I do think that some of this fighting is the best that we've seen in some of the movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Usain Bolt, 27 miles per hour.
Beats that speedboat. Told you, motherfucker.
The drag the boats that drag race are over 100 miles per hour.
Oh yeah, of course. Not these fucking.
But the touristy ones
Yeah.
are about 17.
Yeah, I was like, Usain Bolt beats that shit in the race, bro.
Yeah.
That's what
Just
I'm
wanted
telling
to clarify. I caught
you.
that.
How fast does an elephant run? I'm just kidding. The elephant beat him.
I think I beat that elephant.
You think you can beat the elephant in the race?
25 miles per hour.
I do it. No, you can't, bro. No, you can't.
I mean corn.
You might be corn. It was funny. That's one of the things my son picked up too. He's like, that elephant's not running full speed. I'm like, what? Through the town. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, these people don't want to get trampled, dog. These are just regular folks out there like, hey, you guys want to be in a movie? What do I got to do? Don't get trampled by an elephant.
Just get out of the way.
Move.
Don't move. Just get the fuck out of the way.
Asian elephants, hold on. African elephants are fast. Asian elephants are a bit slower at 15 miles per hour.
Wow.
I think I could get a fucking Asian elephant then.
What kind of sorcery is happening with your fucking?
It tells me how much water I drink. And it also reminds me when I need to drink water.
So it lights up every time you need to take a drink?
It lights up when I take a drink so it connects to my phone, and then it'll light up when I haven't drank in a while.
For those of you at home, Orozco has a
His
fancy water
ass
bottle
water bottle.
because he has no willpower apparently.
No, none at all. I need every help I can get.
Oh, I'm
dude.
about to buy me one of those that has the time of day when I need to take, so I know
You
where
tried
the
that. I
water.
You
don't like
should have
that
drunk
shit.
this by now.
Yeah, I don't like
one?
that.
No?
Because I like plastic ones. I'm trying to get more metal, so I don't like the plastic after a while.
Yeah, he is.
Trying to get
So anyways, it's cool. And then it has an app, and it'll like hey, you know,
Well, I lit up,
80%
so
of your body's water.
You need to take a. We need a break. So you can
No,
take a
I
break?
did already. That's why it let me know that I did, bro.
3-minute hydration break.
Yeah, 3 minutes. 3 minutes. I need orange slices and a hydration break if possible, please. But yeah, man. Okay, overall, here we go. Enrique, would you tell people to watch this movie?
Yeah, I mean the fighting is fucking amazing.
All right.
I mean, Steven said it. The fighting in this probably some of the best fighting we've seen.
and okay. Barca, would you tell people to see it?
Yes.
Any reason, any particular reason why?
Oh, you know what? This is an early.
Yes.
It's an early Tony Jaa movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think the sequels start doing the Raid 2 thing where they give you too much story, and you're like, I wish he was just fighting.
And they're from Thailand. The movies, they're not American movies.
I think
same director.
Same
as the
director.
second one.
Like Umbok 2 and 3.
Those I think those are
Protector
different
2.
directors. This one is just a 2 is what I found.
Okay. I don't know if I watched Protector 2, to be honest with you. I know I watched Umbok 2 and 3, and I was like,
Okay, Ong Bak 2 it goes back in time.
So does 3.
And I think 2 of this one is how they get started,
Being the
elephant keepers.
keepers. Yeah. I have to check them out. I have to rewatch those and check them out. I would say yes. And I wouldn't do the thing of only watch the fight scenes because not to be dumb, but they do a good job with the elephants at the beginning and establishing like there's some cool shots of them with the elephants and him as a little kid. And it's cool. It's cool to see that stuff.
It's cool because they're actual elephants.
Yeah.
There's no CG with the animals.
Oh, you can tell when they're CG in this movie.
No, but I mean those are just like.
No, but like the helicopter, the boat shit.
Oh
yeah. No, not
But
even
as
that
far
cartoon.
as the elephant, it's
Yeah.
kind of cool to see these elephants on screen the way they show them in this movie, and it's like actual fucking elephants.
That baby elephant is cute as hell.
Oh yeah.
So cute. When the little kids are shooting it with the water gun.
Yeah.
That's
And it sprays out this way.
Yeah, and I like how they're like 16 kids show up and they're like, we got you, bitch. And that's super cool. And he's watching blind boxing, which is exactly what you think it is. Like, it's dudes in blindfolds just boxing each other and the refs getting hit too. But yeah, go watch the whole movie. It's an hour and 20 minutes, right?
It's very fast.
Yeah.
I think you lose some plot when you're in Sydney, but
Who
you
gives
don't
a
really
shit?
need all that.
You
It's just,
really don't.
It's just like any other, movie where the cops are the bad guys, and they're in cahoots with some rich business person and whatever. I mean, it's the same plot.
And he does a cool thing in the middle of this movie or towards the end of this movie where he brings in different fighting styles.
Yep.
So we have capoeira, we have like wushu, we have different stuff in there. The capoeira is amazing, and then the way they fight each other with the water just looks super fucking cool.
Yeah,
and I am telling you that bone breaking scene, it's one of my favorites, man. It's one of my fucking favorite scenes we've ever seen when it comes to actual just fight scenes. It's fucking, it's long. That's a long one too, though. There's tons of fucking guys that come into that scene, and it's pretty badass. And that might not even be the best fight scene in the movie because that single shot is amazing too. It's wild. It's wild. There's so many good fight scenes in this movie, so I would say it for sure. Yeah. Ooh, Stevens, what is our top 10 list?
I know. Is this one being ranked?
I don't know.
At number 1, you have Fearless. At number 2, you have Enter the Dragon. At number 3, you have Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Woo.
At number 4 is the 36th Chamber of Shaolin. Number 5 is Legend of the Drunken Master or Drunken Master 2. Number 6 is Way of the Dragon. Number 7 is Crippled Avengers. Number 8 is Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Number 9 is Fist of Fury. And number 10 is Iron Monkey.
I'll go first.
go for it.
I like it better than Iron Monkey. I will put it at 10.
John?
I'm looking at your list. I
Dude,
got
our list is getting fucked.
You have some really
so
good
many
movies
screens
at the
open.
top. Like
you
Hero's not even up there,
know what?
Yeah, he was number 2 at one point.
And
on
the
our list.
Raid, you had the Raid up like
At
at number
one?
yeah.
I'm gonna say that I too like it more than Iron Monkey. Is it better than Fist of Fury? Story wise, no. Action wise,
Yeah.
yes.
He's not as charismatic, obviously, as
No.
Bruce Lee, right? But
Is
that
it-
single shot.
Is it better than Crouching?
Ooh.
You know what? The Lee Mubai love story.
Can I tell you that was one of my favorite parts of everything, everywhere, all at once, was that she finally found love. I felt like this was a continuation of Country Tiger and Dragon. I really did. I was like, she got love. Like, I don't know my favorite thing. Sorry, continue. Yes. So where do you want to put it at?
9.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We got a 10 and a 9. Holy shit. Enrique, where you? You all right?
Enrique has consumption.
He's on the Oregon Trail. He dies of dysentery.
So you had it at 9?
Yes.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough because Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is just beautiful, so beautiful from start to finish.
Yes.
And it has
these movies shouldn't even be in the same conversation. Does that speak to how badass Tony Jaa is?
Yeah.
I mean,
The fighting in this is so fucking good.
like, they shouldn't even be talked about in the same conversation. And people might be like, really? But bro, that single shot is almost as beautiful as anything Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. And now that I know it is truly a single shot, fuck me, that's amazing. They didn't have any wires.
Yeah, that's where I'm caught up because
No, they don't.
I like this better than stuff that's ranked higher than Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, but I don't know if I like it overall better than Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I'll put it at 9.
2 9s and a 10. So can we make it 9? I'm okay with that.
Well, it's whatever. What's the average?
Yeah, it would be closer to 9. It's 2 9s and a 10, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not a mathematician, but I think that's what it is. So 9. Okay. Holy shit.
Iron Monkey's out.
Dude, Fist of Fury is our bottom of the list? Motherfucker, I'm never making a movie on this list again. Wow, that's pretty badass.
But well, at the end of the year,
Yeah,
like when
of
you
course,
can
of
re-rank,
course,
because
yes.
you all have kind of mentioned that there's stuff that's ranked higher that you wouldn't now, and I think
But that
I
Iron
think
Monkey was the
time-
one for me. Iron Monkey was the one that I was really looking at being like, I could probably bring that down. It's not even on the fucking
for the
list anymore.
longest you've been comparing everything to Kung Fu Hustle.
Yes, what I'm saying is the one that I was looking at, like Kung Fu Hustle, I thought deserved to be in the top 10. I didn't have a problem with that one. But Iron Monkey, I was like, dude, I like this. I think I like Kung Fu Hustle more than Iron Monkey. So now that's out. What the fuck? Now there might be, well, we'll still re-rank. Because we're going to see other stuff. Who the fuck knows? Maybe next week's movie gets on there. We have no idea. Speaking of next week's movie, Stevens, what are we watching next week?
So next week you are watching Enter the Fat Dragon
Ooh, with Sammo Hung?
We're trying.
from 2020.
Oh.
The number one guy on my hot guy list.
So
Probably not in a hot looking way.
you don't know that.
I don't know that because I've never seen
So
the
this is Donnie Yen,
We're watching the remake.
the remake of that.
Enter the Fat Dragon.
from
Enter the Fat Dragon.
2020.
2020 with Donnie Yen
Yep.
doing comedy again.
Yep.
We haven't had good luck with that so far, necessarily, but we're gonna try it again. We're gonna see what's up. This is also a new movie, so we'll have to,
Terrible, but yeah.
It wasn't bad. No, of course not. It wasn't. But we don't like him as much as when he's doing.
Yeah.
Was it Killzone or was that shit? That
Killzone,
was
yeah.
amazing, right?
Yep.
So we'll see what's up.
Oh, there's a Killzone Part 2
Okay.
Yeah.
starring Tony Jaa.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta fucking watch that. It's not necessarily right now, but
Yeah.
we'll do it. So, but Into the Fat Dragon 2020. Where's it available, Steven?
You can stream it on Fubo, Hoopla, Tubi, Pluto, and Plex for
Fucking
free.
all the ones I don't have.
Also, hi, if you have that. Otherwise, it's rentable.
God damn it!
But you can get it on Amazon or Apple for $1.99. So it is a
Are you out of
cheaper
your
rent.
mind?
All right. We'll watch that for next week. We'll check it out. We'll tell you guys how it goes. Check it out if you want to, follow us along when we're doing this. Enrique, where can they get a hold of us?
They can go to our link tree for all the links, linktr.ee
And all the
/ Gung-Fu Super Bros.
This is where you say, hey, Barker.
Oh, sorry. I was reading something off of the goofs. Hey, Bark. I'm sorry. I got lost in this shit over here.
www.gungfusuperbros.com
I was staying here the whole time.
or leave a Google Voice message. My legs got cold, man. 661-401-5941. Rate, review, leave a comment on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, YouTube, or wherever you watch or listen to us.
Is that it, man?
That's
All
it.
right, just making
That's
sure. Hey, Barca, say bye.
Be good humans.
Enrique.
Bye.
That was good. Super Stevens.
Bye.
And remember, my name is Ivan. Love you guys. My grandmother drives faster than you, and she's dead.